I had a taste of Percy Pigs. They're from Marks and Spencer's, and I didn't just have one bag. I had 3 bags over 3 days, which at the time, my mindset was, do you know what? Stuff it. I've been so good, an old pattern, old behavior that now I know doesn't serve me. But even when you change your habits and your behaviors, sometimes they're so hardwired, they come up, especially when you're going through maybe a rough patch in your life. Mounjaro, Ozempic, all of these injections are so easy, right? Quick fixes, and I kind of get it. But here's the truth. There is no quick fix when it comes to your habits, behaviors, and most importantly, your vision. I'll be honest, I'm going through a flare-up myself right now. Skin has broken out, I'm bloated. Looking at the scale, I've gained 2 kilos. I just feel inflamed everywhere. And yes, it's so tempting to get something quick just to take away this pain, this frustration that I have right now. It's so easy to blame, okay? To self-criticize and self-sabotage. Oh, it's the travel. Oh, it's because I haven't time. Oh, I haven't got time to food prep. It's so easy to come up with these lists of stories. The truth? I reintroduced Percy Pigs. Now, that might not be what you expect. So I gave in. I said, you know what? I'll have 1 bag. The next day, the same thought came up. I'll have another bag. The 3rd day, the thought came up and I still went, every day saying tomorrow, no, and the same thing happened. So I'm suffering the consequences. And when I feel this way, my whole body feels awful. I feel so extremely bloated, like I'm carrying a football in my stomach. The difference this time round is that I know A, why I'm bloated, and B, most importantly, how to remove it. And no, it doesn't involve Ozempic or Mounjaro. In this video, I'm going to share with you 3 core, sustainable fat loss, non-bloat habits that if you do consistently, you will not only lose weight, but you will also remove this bloat. Number 1 is habits and behaviors. So every single day, I know exactly what I shouldn't be eating, what I should be eating. Before this journey and before I started coaching women, especially equestrian women, time poor, I recognized that I didn't know what to eat, when to eat, and how to eat to optimize my life. So I was going around thinking I should eat the lettuce instead of the burger, thinking that the lettuce must be healthier, when in hindsight, I wasn't fueling my body, which meant that when I ate that lettuce, not a surprise, I didn't feel full. I wasn't satisfied. So I'd end up later on in the afternoon, evening, hitting that button, which we all call the button, and eating whatever I want. And this pattern was so easy to get into. So the first habit to sustainable fat loss is habits. It's not the needles, it's not the fad diets, it's honestly simple habits that you do on a daily basis, consistently over time, that not only guarantee you fat loss, but sustainable fat loss. Honestly, they're quite boring, but they 100% work. And I know this from the years of doing this and working with my clients, especially when we hit that kind of 3-6 month mark. I get, Nika, is it this simple? I've lost this weight, and is this all that I do for the next month, no matter which country I'm in? And I'm like, well, yeah, you now have the knowledge, the tools, the foundations. That means no matter where you are, no matter which restaurant you're going to, you don't have to have anxiety or worry about, oh my God, if I enjoy this meal with carbohydrates, I'm going to gain weight. Number 2, the second tip when it comes to sustainable fat loss and to remove bloat is behavior and environment. So these Percy Pigs, right? Why did I eat 3 bags over 3 days? Honestly, because every time I passed a Marks and Spencer's, I had no food in my bag to eat instead. So it was so easy with that behavior to just grab the Percy Pigs and hit that, I'll deal with this tomorrow thought, not thinking about the next few days, which is currently now how I'm feeling. So the behavior and the environment is so important if you want to maintain this fat loss and this removing bloat from your gut. Many women I work with say to me, Nika, I haven't got the motivation, the willpower to do this. And I'm like, motivation and willpower is all something that we've created in our minds to think that we need it to do something, when in reality, you have complete control of your decisions on a daily basis. So when you have a plan in place and you know exactly where you're going to be, or you know exactly what foods are in your environment, it's still your choice to decide what you eat. It was still my conscious choice to decide to have the Percy Pigs. How I could have changed that was by eating enough protein to make me feel satiated, and then still having the Percy Pigs, except what I did is I had the Percy Pigs on an empty stomach, which meant that the minute my taste buds tasted the sugar, glucose spike, and I just kept going and going, until honestly I felt quite sick. Whereas if I'd had a really satiating, high protein and fiber rich meal before, I would be so full. Even if the Percy Pigs were right in front of me, I would not have even eaten them because I was full. So the environment that I choose to put myself in plays a huge important factor when it comes to consistent, sustainable fat loss. The third tip when it comes to sustainable fat loss and to remove the bloat is your vision and identity. Let me try and break this down. If you want to lose, say, that 10 pound, that stubborn belly fat that's really aggravating you and hindering you from buying that lovely bikini that you want to wear, and you have a summer holiday coming up. So I see this so often where it's like, Nika, I want to lose the 10 pound for the holiday. If that is your only vision, great, and it's motivation and it's more of a goal-driven behavior, drive to achieve the fat loss of 10 pound. But what happens when you come back from that holiday, or when you're on the holiday and you think, you know what, I look great in this bikini, I'm going to do whatever I can now, and when you come back on the plane on the way home, you think, oh my gosh, I feel awful. The belly fat is back. I feel bloated. But if your vision is to have sustainable long-term health, feel comfortable and confident in your body every single week, month, year, and instead of thinking about aging, you think of longevity, you think of slowing down the aging process, this is where it is so important to have clarity on your vision. Personally, this is what my vision is. This is not about a quick fix of I'm going to lose some weight just for this holiday, only to repeat that cycle year after year after year. Not only does it have such a detrimental effect to key things like your gut health, your hormonal health, your immunity, it is very detrimental to your behavior and your conditioning that you'll keep rewiring in your brain. So to summarize that, the 3 tips I've shared with you today is habits, behavior, and be clear on your vision and identity to ensure that whatever journey you want to go on. I've worked with women that want to lose 2 stone to women that actually want to gain strength, muscle, and gain weight, but in a very healthy way so that they can show up being the best version for themselves, not only for them, their family, but also for their horse. Side note, for those of you that want to know how I'm currently doing, for those of you that really want to know what I'm currently doing on my flare up, okay, let's break this down. Number 1, I'm not starving myself. Number 1, I'm not cutting out carbs. Number 2 is I'm not self-sabotaging. Because of the things that not only I've learned over the last 2-3 years of doing this journey, traveling the world, I've done 6 countries in 8 months, and honestly, throughout that time, my period was consistent. I had no flare-ups. I wasn't ill. I've come back to the UK, I'm not ill. Whereas people I know that are living in the UK, just because of the change in season, are picking up colds and viruses. This way of living, that what I teach women, I teach it not only in my free community group called the Female Rider Code, check it out, but also I do a select amount of coaching for a group of women every single year. If you want to know more information about that, comment below. At the moment, the slots are closed, but I'm opening up some slots in the next couple of months. So stay tuned if you want to find out more. What I am doing is eating regularly. Instead of going for the processed Percy Pigs, I'm making sure that I'm having a good amount of protein, which I've worked out for my body weight, my hormonal age, which means I still have a menstrual cycle. This will be different for you if you are going through perimenopause or if you're in the postmenopausal years. It has to be personalized to you. So protein for me is key. Whole food animal protein for my gut is good. If you are someone that has a vegan diet, it'll have to be adjusted to suit you. The second thing is I'm eating a good amount of fiber. When it comes to vegetables, I'm eating my veggies, but I'm actually cutting out certain vegetables that are harder to digest on my system at the moment, just because When my body has these flare-ups, for me, I come up with spots and I suffer with the severe blow. It's a symptom of my body that's saying I'm in high inflammatory phase. So I'm cutting out foods that would aggravate my digestive system. Using and eating foods that are easier to digest, making it easier for my digestive system, making it easier for my gut microbiome. But I'm also reducing all foods that would increase inflammation. So for example, today I went for a birthday meal to an Italian restaurant. I love Italian food. And because of my flare-up, I went in beforehand saying, do you know what? It'd be so easy to say, do you know what? What's another day? I might as well enjoy the wine, enjoy all of the sauces, because it was my brother's partner's birthday. Instead, what I did is I consciously made a deal with myself, no one else, to myself, that, you know what, I'm prioritizing my gut health at the moment. It doesn't mean I'm going to be a bore. It means I go to the restaurant. I started with my sparkling water with lemon. I then had a starter of carpaccio, no sauces, so it was still delicious. And I had a main meal of a chateaubriand with some vegetables and some carbohydrates, so some potatoes. Again, sauce on the side. I'm still eating good portions of food, but I'm very clear. And for afterwards, I had a lovely coffee. So that is not someone who's being boring. That is not someone who's feeling left out. Everyone around me had some extra pizza. Everyone around me had dessert. I didn't once feel left out because I consciously made that decision and promised to myself, to my gut health, that this is where I currently am. And it was fine. In fact, I had a really good time. I've come back feeling clear-headed. I don't feel bloated because I decided to act and make a promise to myself on my habits, my behavior, and what vision and clarity I had. Let me know if you resonate with that. If you are struggling and you want some help, join the free group, the free school group, the Female Rider Code. And if you haven't already, give me a like, follow, and don't forget to subscribe.